6.4. Solve linear systems by multiplying first. When you use this method, you need to solve by multiplying by LCM to both equations and then add or subtract to eliminate one of the variables to solve for the other variable. So for example, look at these two equations here. I notice there's a positive 2 coefficient here and a negative 4. If I multiply the first equation by 2, I can make this term positive 4y. So then I can cancel it out with negative 4y. So let me show you this step by step. 5x plus 2y equal to 16. I'm going to multiply the equation by 2. 10x plus 4y equals to 32. I distributed 2. And then, let me recopy this. I'm going to write the second equation down here. 3x minus 4y equals 20. And of course, positive, negative, I can cancel that out by adding both equations. 10 plus 3 gives me 13, and I'm just going to write x again here. This cancels out, positive, negative, negative. So positive, positive is still positive. So 32 plus 20 is 52, and x would equal to 4. Now I can solve for y now using any of these equations. I'll just use the first one. 5x plus 2y equal to 16, and I'm going to substitute 4 in for x. And this would be 20 plus 2y equal to 16. 2y equals to negative 4. Y equals to negative 2. So your final answer will be 4, negative 2. Guided practice. For this problem, we need to multiply by a LCM, the least common multiple, between 2 or 7 or 9 or 12, in order to make a pair of these with the same coefficient. So I'm going to pick the LCM, which is 14, for 2 and 7. To make this coefficient 14, I need to multiply by 7. Where did I get the 7? From this number. So this would be 14x, and then 7 times negative 9, and then 7 times 1, 7. And for the other one, I'm going to multiply by 2 to get 14x as well. And then 2 times negative 12 is negative 24y. And then 2 times 23 is 46. And now I can use subtraction. Subtract these two equations so I can cancel out 14x. Negative, negative makes positive. So negative 63 plus 24 is negative 39. And then negative, positive 46 makes negative 46. And then that's going to be negative 39 as well. And then we can divide by negative 39 to get y equal to 1. And then now I'm going to use the first equation, or the second one works. I'm just going to use the first one to find out what my x variable is. I'm going to plug in 1 for y. So 2x minus 9 equal to 1. 2x equals to 10. X equals to 5. So my answer is 5, 1. Okay, and let's do another practice problem. I'm going to recopy this equation. If we look at this problem, we need to rewrite this in standard form. So that would be 3x minus 2y equal to 9. And I'm just going to use the LCM between 4 and 3. So the LCM between 4 and 3 will be 12. So in order to make these coefficients 12, I need to multiply the first equation by 3 and the second equation by 4. So 3 times 4 is 12x. 3 times 5 is 15y. 3 times 35 is 105. And then the second equation, 4 times 3 is 12x. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8y. And then 4 times 9 is 36. Then I'm going to subtract. Cancel this equation out. Negative, negative. This is going to be positive. 23y. And then negative, positive, negative. We can subtract. So this would be 69. And then y would equal to 3. And then I'm going to use this equation to solve for x. So 2 times 3 equals 3x minus 9. 6 equals to 3x minus 9. 15 equals 3x. X equals to 5. So our answer will be 5, 3. And for this example, I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 2 because I don't want the denominator. And this will be x minus y equal to 4. So here, x plus y equal to 0, x minus y equal to 4. Okay, so basically multiplying by 2 already simplifies everything. So I can just go ahead and eliminate one variable at a time. I'm going to eliminate x. So negative, negative makes a positive y. So this would be 2y. Negative, positive, negative. So that makes negative 4. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. And then y would equal to negative 4. Divided by 2, that would be negative 2. And then I'm going to use the first equation. I'm going to write it right here. I'm going to substitute negative 2 in for y. And x would equal to 2. And my answer would be, start with the x, 2, and then the y, negative 2. Okay, for this one, again, I want to rid my denominators by multiplying by the LCD. So the LCD between 3, 4, 3 is 12. So 12 times 2/3 gives me 8x minus, and then 1/4 times 12 gives me 3y, and then 12 times negative 11 over 3 gives me negative 44. I'm set this equation aside and deal with this one. And the LCD between 3, 5, and 15 is 15. And 15 times 1/3 x is 5x. 15 times 3/5 y is 9y. And then 15 times 16 over 15 is 16. And now I'm going to choose the LCM between 3 and 9, which is 9, to eliminate one variable right now. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply this equation by 3. So I get 24x minus 9y equal to negative 132. Okay, and then now I'm going to rewrite this equation down here and line it up, line the terms up. Okay, so I'm going to choose addition because when I add these two equations, I can eliminate negative 9y plus 9y, which is 0. So 24 plus 5 is 29x. And then positive, 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 so negative 132 plus 16 is negative 116. And then I'm going to divide by 29 to both sides, so get negative 4. Now I'm going to take this equation, and I'm going to substitute negative 4 in to solve for y. This will be 36, and y will be 4. And my answer, negative 4, 4. Okay, let's take a look at this problem, which involves bigger numbers, and let's see if we can first simplify one of these equations to make it easier. So the second one, I can rewrite it as 96 over 100 x plus 64 over 100 y equal to 2800 times 92 over 100. Well, here I can multiply everything by 100 to cancel the denominator. So this would be 96x plus 64y equal to 2800 times 92. Well, I'm not going to multiply those two numbers together yet. It's just too much work. And now I'm going to take the first equation. I'm going to write it down here. X plus y equal to 2800. Well, I have no choice here. I'm just going to have to use 96 or 64 and multiply it to the second equation. So then I can form a common term between both equations. So this one, I'll just multiply by 96. And then it will be 96x plus 96y equal to 2800 times 96. Okay, and then I'm going to recopy this equation down here. 96x plus 64y, 2800 times 92. I'm going to choose to subtract, so I can cancel this out. Negative, positive, negative makes a negative 64, and this will be 32y. And here, of course, will be subtract as well. Okay, so if I rewrote this part up here, subtract 2800 times 92. I can actually factor out 2800 by the distributive property and write it as 2800 96 minus 92. So I don't have to do a lot of multiplying. So now I'm going to keep going. 32y would equal to 2800 times 4. Well, I see that I can cancel out 4 and 32 to get 8 on the other side, and I can go ahead and take 2800 and divide it by 8 to get 350. And then for x, I can just take x plus y equal to 2800 and solve for x. And x would equal to 2450. So my final answer would be 2450,350. Okay, for this one, you're going to have to change everything to standard form. So this one would be 5m minus 5 equal to 2n plus 6. So this would be 5m, move the 2n over to the left-hand side, and negative 5. You would have to add 5 on the other side, so that would be 11. I'm going to set that aside. And for this one, 2m plus 2 equals to 3n minus 9. So 2n minus 3n equals to negative 11. Alright, and I'm going to have to put these two equations next to each other, or line them up. I will rewrite this here. 2m minus 3n equals negative 11. And it looks like we need to multiply both equations by a LCM between 5 and 2, or 2 and 3, but I'll choose 5 and 2. So I'm going to multiply this equation by 2 and this equation by 5. Draw a line. The first equation would be 10m minus 4n equal to 22. The second one would be 10m minus 15n equal to negative 55. I'm going to subtract so I can cancel out 10m. Okay, and a negative negative makes a positive, and this would be 11m. Negative negative positive, so 55 plus 22 is 77. N is 7. Okay, and then I'm going to just choose this equation. I'm going to sub in n for 7. Draw a line so you don't get confused. Okay, so 2m equals, so you need to add 21 to the other side. That would be 10, and m would equal to 5. So your answer is 5, 7. Word problems. Use any method to solve. So you can use either the graph and check method, substitution, adding or subtracting, or multiplying first. Okay, flying to Kampala with a tailwind, a plane averaged 158 kilometers per hour. On the return trip, the plane only averaged 112 kilometers per hour, flying back into the same wind. Find the speed of the wind and the speed of the plane in still air. Okay, step 1, you need to let W equal the wind speed. And S be the speed in still air. So you need to consider two situations here. You're going to the tailwind and the headwind. So what do I mean by this? When you're flying to Kampala, you have a tailwind, W, and your speed in still air. Okay, and this tailwind here will push your plane to move faster. So then you can write this as S plus W equal to 158. But when you come back, you're flying against the headwind. And I need to represent that as negative W. So to write the equation, it would be the speed in still air minus W equal to 112 when you're flying back. Okay, so now I can solve this. Okay, so I showed my work. And 4, the wind speed will be 23 km per hour. And the speed in still air will be 135 km per hour. Okay, the length of a rectangle is equal to triple the width. Which system of equations can be used to find the dimensions of the rectangle if the perimeter is 86 centimeters? Find the dimensions of the rectangle. So you have a rectangle and the length is triple the width. Okay, so 1 W equals the width, and L would equal to the 3W, which is the length. So I can set up another equation. Twice the width plus twice the length is equal to 86, which is the perimeter. And now that I have two equations, I can solve. I'm going to use the method of substitution and sub 3W in for L. So this would be, see, I could cancel out 2. So this would be W plus 3W equal to 43. So 4W would equal to 43, and W would equal to 10.75. And then L, 3 times 10.75 would give you 32.25. So 4, so I'm going to write 3 here for the work, and 4 will be my answer. So I'm going to write the width, 10.75 centimeters, and my length, 32.25 centimeters. Two complementary angles have measures of S and T. So that just means, complementary just means S plus T will give you a sum of 90 degrees, which is a right angle. If T is 90 degrees less than twice S, which system of linear equations can be used to determine the measure of each angle? So first I'm going to let T equal to angle 1, S equal to angle 2. And here I already wrote the first equation, as when I explained earlier, S plus T equals 90 degrees. And then the second equation right here is illustrated or written right here. So T equals 2S minus 90. Again, I'm going to use the substitution method and sub 2S minus 90 in for T in the first equation to solve. So S plus 2S minus 90. I'm going to put parentheses around this to show you that I have substituted 2S minus 90 in for T in the first equation. And then we can go ahead and solve for S now. So 180, S would equal to 60. And then I'm going to choose T equal to 2 times 60 minus 90. This is 120 minus 90, which equals to 30. Okay, so I found my angle measures. And let's see, T would equal to 30 degrees. which is your angle 1, and S would equal to 60 degrees, which is your angle 2. And this concludes the lesson.